Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Batman, my favorite character.
Thank you for supporting us, Ray. All 99. Well, this time is the 99th time. Welcome back to another episode of We Are the Night.
The Batman podcast.
Oh, next episode, we're going to have to get all three of us to do that. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I am Phil. Joining me, as always.
See who also goes bump in the night. Lilith Hellfire. You're welcome.
That being destroying everything in her path at night.
Why do you think Tampa didn't get hit by the hurricane? I'm just saying.
See, you fools waste your time making Chuck Norris memes. You should be making Lilith Hellfire memes.
Although I still can't defeat James Cole, so I'm not that powerful just yet. Deep cut.
All right, kids. So that's our long-winded way of saying yes. We're going to be tying up the Batman vampire trilogy today with Batman Crimson Mist.
Wait, is Batman a woman in this one?
Oh, hey-oh.
I can say it. You can't.
I was going to say, you can say it. I can't.
And don't at me about my internalized misogyny. Go bleep yourself.
Whoa. Look, I even have the hardcover.
Ooh, fancy.
Fancy. So. Oh, and in breaking Batman news, did you see? Yeah, I was on Facebook. Friend of the show, Dave Finn, posted a picture of him wearing a Batman hat, and I had to comment and tag Ray and go, Ray, look.
Lost another one.
No. Ray is a good sport. No, he actually, what was his, no, he had a clever comment. He goes, yeah, I see it. Russell is an awesome sports brand.
Nice.
He knows.
Some might say that they're wild, like an animal.
Wild, like an animal. Oh, Lilith.
No, I invented that, you dick.
Fair enough.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, we're off the rails. It's okay. You guys should be used to this by now.
99 times. You should be used to this by now.
God knows how many times it really is if you listen to all the other shows.
Oh, my God.
May your liver be vibranium like mine.
Hundreds, if not over 1,000. All right, so let's get to this because I was going to say we have Bat books this week, but I only have
no poop, Sherlock.
Is it only 4 Bat books this week? What?
Well, it's the holiday. They've got other things to.
Oh, they took it easy on us for I don't want to say Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day.
Well, no, it's just the third quarter, and they have other things to sell, like hardcovers, and they start doing all the trades and stuff. So, because they make great stocking stuffers, guys. Don't you know that?
Hey, well.
I don't know how big your stocking is, not to brag.
Whoa! Well, Hellfire.
He's like, I don't know what's going on, but it's funny.
What are you stocking in that? What are you stuffing in that stocking?
Superior puss.
Justin's gonna die on this episode in the first part.
Hey, can you videotape that, Justin?
Anywho, let's yeah.
I know what his favorite is. What are you talking about? Your stock? What are you stuffing in your stocking?
Spread it out.
One of his favorites. Yeah, Justin, if you haven't heard, that's Lil's new favorite.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
It's so appropriate for everything that we do.
Oh my god! Next episode, you two can just like hurl live drops at each other. All right.
Oh.
So, Ray, we should get Ray to listen to this episode because by the end of this, although I'm guessing another universe spins off of this or
Yes,
something.
correct.
Because yes, check out Nightwing News episode. What is it? Is it 166?
Why did you do Nightwing News when you could have been the Nightwing Nerds?
How dare you? You call Kristen a nerd?
Yes, and she's proud of being a nerd. She's a professor after all.
Oh yeah, that's true. You and her are dick nerds. Okay. For different reasons.
Diggity dank.
What I say when I'm done? I don't know why. I just do.
Diggity dang.
All righty. But like, yeah, by the end of this, right? But yes, no. Kristen and I covered Countdown Presents The Search for Ray Palmer, Red Rain.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, yes. And Batman was alive and well there. Well.
Well is a very relative term at that point, but
Unliving. All right. So, the end of the original trilogy, Batman Crimson Mist from February 1999. You're not going to do it?
in the year
Oh, I thought you were
1999.
going to say, we're going to party like it's
Oh.
not. Crimson Mist, yes. Writer Doug Mensch.
Merch!
Penciler Kelly Jones. So you're never going to
Wait. Has Moon Knight ever been a vampire? I feel like the answer is yes.
Not a vampire, but I know in the 90s he got infected by that demon who was bonded to Mackendale.
It counts. I'll allow it.
Okay.
So there, once again, you're welcome,
Well,
Ray.
Yeah, Ray, tell us. Did he see? Yeah, you're right. It's not, I have a feeling he's fought vampires. I know he fought a werewolf.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Yes, kids. For those of you who only watch the shows and movies, yes, Moon Knight's first appearance was in a Werewolf by Night comic. See, you all know who Werewolf by Night is now.
I heard that comic book like resource or somebody said it's such a shame Marvel doesn't have a werewolf character, and then like some lady, like they got into a fight with a lady, and then Werewolf by Night comes out. Like, it's just like embarrassing.
Well, that's like those people who never read a comic are like, oh, why'd they have
Like,
to
why
make
are
a-"
you? How did comic book resource not? Oh my god.
Well, that's like those people who
Or
are
it was either comicbook.com or comic book resource.
Well, that's
Either
like
way,
this-
I believe it.
that's like those people who are like, oh, why they have to make a Lady Hulk?
No, I invented that, you dick.
Like 40 years ago.
1980, yes.
Oh gosh.
What?
It wasn't that long ago. I was born in the 80s.
Well, it was before you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
I know.
It's
I know.
creeping up. It's creeping up.
Oh, shut up. One, you're only in your 30s. Black don't crack. I mean, come on. You're pulling young men in their 20s. Come on.
That's not hard to do. That's not a flex. It's not a flex.
Oh. I don't know about blood, but she's pulling young something to keep herself eternally young.
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so
Just like the elites, you know? You gotta get yourself a youngin' and just leech the life out of them.
You're like an old rich white man
Yup.
with his young toy. Yeah. Here, I bought you something pretty. Now get in bed.
Oh, yeah, Kelly Jones.
Kelly Jones, so you know we're going to get some big ass bat ears.
Yes. It's kind of apropos for this, though.
Oh, yeah, it
honestly.
looks great, especially in these stories. Yeah. Inker John Beatty, colorist Gregory Wright, and Heroic Age. So, yes.
Some digital.
I
house.
believe friend of a friend, Gregory Wright. Letterer Todd Klein, and editor Dennis O'Neill.
F in the chat respectfully.
Mm-hmm. In the wake of the vampire Batman's death.
Oh my god, this is like published a day after my birthday. Cool beans.
Ooh. Yeah, in the wake of Vampire Batman's death, Gotham City becomes overrun by a variety of freaks, including the scare. What else?
Question: how can they tell the difference?
Oh, I was gonna say, what else is new?
Exactly.
Well, I guess maybe in this version of Gotham, because I mean, remember in the first one we really didn't get any, except we just got
Yeah.
vampires. In the second one, we only got the Joker. So, including the Scarecrow, Killer Croc, and the recently maddened Harvey Dent. Uh,
I don't know about recent, but
so what are you saying? His anger doubled.
yeah. He's always a two-faced kind of friend, you know? Never know what Bruce saw in him.
Well, that's well, rich people kind of see themselves in that.
Two sides of the same coin, some might say. You want to go? I
Man,
could do this all day.
the bad puns are coming double time tonight, kids. In desperation, Commissioner Gordon and Alfred remove the wooden stake from Batman's body, returning.
Who you gonna call? Not Ghostbusters, apparently.
All right, you ready for this one? All right, hold on, let me stretch first. You know how much wood has been removed from Lilith Hellfire?
Hey-oh.
Justin's like, I feel that energy.
Relatable.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to stretch next week with two of you in the same room. Oh.
Just have that drop button ready, my friend. That drop button figure ready.
Oh yeah. Like I said, you just throw live drops at each other. That's gonna be so great. Drop source of drops. So yeah, they removed the stake from Batman's body, returning the undead Dark Knight to life.
Back to life. Back to reality. Oh, what if it was like Buffy and he was in heaven and now he's mad? They brought him back. And now he has to pay bills. Yeah, I've been rewatching Buffy.
Can you imagine if like he was, he's like, you see him up on a cloud with that Tanya, and then all of a sudden he gets like, he's up there with all his dead girlfriends, and all of a sudden he gets yanked back down. But no. Remember they showed in the issue, kids. I mean, even though he was staked, Batman was aware, and it was basically hell.
I don't know if that's worse.
What, being dragged from heaven, or just laying there rotting while you're aware of it?
Yeah, I mean, well, we live our day every day, don't we? So, sorry. Didn't need to be to give you a little dose of existential crisis.
If you're gonna keep interrupting me with all these puppies and rainbows,
It is a Batman book, though.
Exactly.
That's what we do here.
Oh yeah, the original goth kid, yeah.
Exactly. Are we sure Edgar Allan Poe isn't his grandfather? Are we sure?
Quoth the bat through my window. To their dismay, Batman has been driven insane. How can you tell? After spending months impaled in his coffin, conscious but immobile. Upon being freed, he proclaims that he has become nothing more than another monster hungry for blood.
Well, get to work.
Exactly. But I love it. It's basically Alfred's idea. He's like, oh no, the city's being overrun by all these monsters. And it's like, what else is new?
You gotta fight fire with fire, man.
I guess. But then, once he kills all them rogues, what's it?
Then back in the grave you go.
Yeah, good luck.
It's like that Family Guy episode. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. And then he's in now the next thing he knows, he's like, ooh, a bag of blood. Now he's in his coffin staked again.
I mean, he was Batgirl before he became a vampire, Lilith. Come on.
Well, it wasn't that bad. It's still just 1999. It's not that bad just yet.
Yeah, and in this version, he wasn't like, yeah.
He's a little dumb. He's a little dumb in this version. So I think he could fall for the bag of blood into the grave he goes.
I think he was just remember, he had chicks in the first two, Lil, so he was
blood was rushing elsewhere.
Oh my god! Oh my god! There's a vampire story. A vampire, but if he has to have sex, he has to feed. He has to feed a lot first.
I'm pretty sure there's fanfics I've read like that. So
Yes, and half of them are on your hard drive.
all of them.
All right. As days pass, the vampire Batman gruesomely kills and devours most of the freaks plaguing Gotham, going so far as to slay every inmate.
Saving the city money. Yes, Bat King, do your thing. There's no reform in Gotham. Be freaking for real.
Meanwhile, the authorities are like, "What? Death penalty? No. We can't stop a
It's just a
vampire."
revolving
Oh my
door.
God, there's so much plausible deniability here. Gordon could be like, "How am I supposed to stop a vampire?"
It's like, I'm not Van Helsing.
I said the funniest panel in this book is just when he's killing the Penguin, and then you see the vampire Batman with the monocle. I was like,
Somebody had a little too much fun with this one.
what a dick! It's like you kill the guy, then you're gonna steal his monocle.
I mean, if you wear a monocle, I'm just saying, if you wear a monocle, you kind of deserve it. You're just asking for it.
Ooh.
Eat the rich. And chef's kiss, he did.
That never made
We
sense.
should all be more like Batman sometimes. I'm just saying. When it comes to eating the rich, we should totally eat the rich.
All right, you're starting to scare me. Am I going to have to invite you in when you're here?
You already invited me in, sweet.
I know. Now, you know that kind of vampire, she just shuns the sunlight.
Exactly. As we all should. I'm actually not vitamin D deficient. I actually have too much vitamin D, so.
So I've heard.
Hey-o.
I've heard. I'm surprised she hasn't OD'd on it, kids.
Bigger, harder, stronger. Power of the penis.
I don't know where I've heard that already.
I don't know whether to be excited or horny or both. Very hard, very tempting.
I have no idea where I've heard this before. You may proceed on your way to the floor, falling out of your chair, Justin.
Why do I have so many drops
Around
so
the penis?
Innuendo. Yeah, so many
innuendos
around the penis. I like it. It's fine. It's okay.
Somebody was trying to sneak it in. The only sack I want to be hit in the face with.
Hold on, I'm not done.
The giant sized man thing.
Oh boy.
You know how duck penises work, right?
But do they have knees?
Knees! That's right, kids. Listen to Trapped in the World. Proud member of the collective.
The best Howard the Duck podcast in the whole universe. Because I don't think there's another one.
And maybe the only. Yeah. In order to fight this new menace, Gordon and Alfred are forced to join forces with the only remaining criminals, Croc, Dent, now calling himself Two-Face, and a small band of their henchmen. The group then lures Batman into the deepest depths of the Batcave, armed with oak bolt crossbows. Their ultimate goal is to drive him into an area laden with explosives, which will expose the cave and Batman to sunlight. Once Batman appears to have been slain, Once Batman appears to have been slain, however, the other members of the party turn on Gordon and Alfred. A chase through the cave ensues, and while Gordon surreptitiously
expeditiously
fragilistic kill Thuckatash kills Two-Face's minions with his remaining bolts. Alfred finds his master at the edge of a cliff, wounded but not dead. Refusing to abandon either of his friends, Alfred volunteers his blood and his life so that Batman can regain his strength and save Gordon.
Wait a minute. Okay, so in this reality, Alfred and Gordon were banging. Got it.
Whoa. Well, I think they hooked up after Boo was dead.
Got it.
There's situations where like the husband dies and then the wife.
Oh, he pulled a fireman situation.
And the wife marries the brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
After
Phil's like, that's why I'm an only child.
That's right. You're celibate when I'm dead.
I'll haunt you.
Boo, boo. Alfred volunteers his blood and his life so that Batman can regain his strength and save Gordon. After accepting Alfred's sacrifice and decapitating him so that he will not return as a vampire, Batman.
Damn, that's cold blooded, bro. It's like, oh, only I can be a vampire, homie.
Well, he's talking about being tortured here, Now he's been infected with that Joker plague. Wait, isn't this the origin of the Batman Who Laughs?
Hey.
Oh, no,
Mitch might want to get his shekels.
No, I'm sorry. It was gas from the Joker's heart. I'm sorry.
From something.
Oh my god, can you imagine that is like his ultimate last joke is like it basically just gasses Batman in the face.
Yeah. I think that if they ever do kill off the Joker and like he's gone for a while, I think that's how they're gonna do it. And the little bang you're dead flag sticks out his butt. Yeah.
Oh god. Then we get the Batman Who Laughs.
Oh god, that universe won't die. It's almost as bad as Frank Miller's universe. In the Flashpoint universe at this point, I hate it.
So no Batman Who Laughs?
I mean, we can review it if you want.
Which one?
I mean, we do definitely need to revisit Three Jokers, and now that allegedly the Joker's name's been revealed. So.
Oh god, yeah.
We'll talk about that one day, but not today. I'm saving up all my strength and contempt for Bendis.
So is the guy from the White Stripes pissed?
Ooh.
Did they name the Joker after him?
Nice.
Jack White. Batman kills Croc and Two-Face before starting to succumb to his bloodlust again. Kills a Croc before they submit to their bloodlust. Who does that sound like, kids?
Let me get a ride on your alligator back, bro.
That's right. I said it. Hysteric. It should be hysterical, right? Batman presents Gordon with an ultimatum: join him in his bloodlust and doom the human race to an early extinction. Who is he? Who's he? Saddam Hussein? Yeah, it's gonna be hot, man. Whoa! Did we lose Lilith Hellfire? It appears we have. See, I wonder why she wasn't chiming in with smart comments, smart ass comments. So yes, we've lost Lilith Hellfire for the moment. So yes, kids, for those of you who haven't heard or haven't been paying attention, I guess, yes, next episode will be our 100th episode, featuring Justin the Owl Osgood, and Lilith and myself. We'll be covering Arkham Asylum, a serious house on serious Earth. That'll be the last episode of this month, and then going forward, Justin will join me on the last episode of every month. We'll pick up Nightfall where Lilith and I left off, finish that, and then get to the Azrael ongoing series from the 90s. And yes, kids, Lilith will be here still the first 3 weeks of every month. So you have your cake and eat it too. Get your Lilith 3 times a month, and then you'll get Justin. And then and let me just say, I'm not letting the cat out of the bag yet, but yes, this Justin factors into our plans elsewhere too. So, what happened to this little hellfire? All right. Let me see. Let me wrap this up. Then we can talk about it with Lilith. Anguished. So Batman offers Gordon to join him in his bloodlust and doom the human race to an early extinction, or kill him so he may never threaten mankind again. And anguished Gordon chooses the latter, setting off the explosives. Despite Batman's pleadings to run, however, the explosives trigger a rock slide that trap Gordon inside the cave, ultimately crushing him. As he silently grieves over his 2 closest friends, a melancholy Batman allows the sun to burn him to ashes and usher him into eternal rest at last. And like I said, I guess they spawned a alternate reality off of this because yes, during the search for Ray Palmer, which was part of Countdown, I believe it was Countdown. Was it Countdown the Infinite Crisis? It was either Infinite Crisis or Final Crisis. Yeah, but yeah, there was that vampire Batman running around alive and well in that Gotham. And spoilers, go listen to the Nightwing News episode. Yes, he turns Dick Grayson into basically his vampire Robin. Talk about your angsty drama. Let me see. Let me see if there's any notes here. Man, every character that's listed as being in this issue basically dies, unless they were like in a flashback or something. The book was originally scheduled for November 18th, 1998, but was delayed. So this thing was delayed a little over a year. Final volume of what became the Batman Vampire Trilogy. Previous volume, yeah. Again, last 2 weeks we covered, yes, Batman, Dracula, Red Rain, and Batman Bloodstorm. This issue is reprinted in Batman Vampire and Elseworlds Batman Volume 2, and also I was going to say it's on the app, but no, it's not. Only the first one, Batman and Dracula, Red Rain, were on the DC app. So, but yes, like I said, I think this thing's been reprinted a few times, either on its own or yes, in that collection. Oh, here's some trivia. The phrase "Crimson Mist" can refer to the phenomenon of people having difficulty remembering their actions when in a state of rage. In this way, the title of the story gains a double meaning. It refers to Batman's hunger-induced madness, as well as the red mist form he takes to infiltrate villainous strongholds. Okay. Penciler Kelly Jones dedicated this book to the late Christopher Lee, one of the most iconic actors to ever portray Dracula. So, oh yeah, I was going to say, trying to remember. I think I did see that in the book, and Lilith, but guess who's back? Back again, hopefully. We get the spinning wheel. Hello, Lilith. 1, 2, 3. Lilith, can you hear me? Lilith, can you hear me? Lilith.
Bigger is better.
That's on her, kids. If you can hear me, I cannot hear you. Oh, my kids. Lilith. And she's gone again. All right. Whilst we're waiting on her, let's go through this book. So yes, like Lilith and I mentioned, yes, Batman was staked at the end of the last issue, and basically the first 2 pages or so, we see that Batman's thoughts, and yes, he is still alive and aware while he's staked, as his body's like slowly rotting away, and basically, I guess he's basically just waiting to rot away and die because it's basically a living hell. Then we see Alfred having a nightmare, and then we see Harvey Dent getting his bandages taken off his face because I believe in this reality, just like the original, yes, Maroni threw the acid in his face. All right. Hello.
I'm here. Sorry, StreamYard kicked me out. Kept telling
I
me
know.
my internet speed wasn't fast.
Oh, okay.
And I ran a test, and it's like, yours is very fast. And I'm like, well, I'm the only one on this. So it must be StreamYard.
Well, remember that other episode? I got kicked out the one time.
They must be doing maintenance.
Maybe. Damn it.
Anywho, sorry, where were we?
So basically, yeah. Gordon sets off the explosives, gets crushed by the rubble, and then Batman lets the sun burn him away.
Oh, what a good egg.
So no one gets out alive. That's what I said.
It's Gotham. Nobody gets out alive. Of course not.
That's what I said. If you look at the list of characters in this issue, everyone either appeared in flashbacks or everyone who appeared basically dies.
Because they did. I think they wanted to bring a close to this chapter, but jokes on them. They brought it back anyway.
I know.
Mitch was like, "Not on my watch."
What are you still doing here? This trilogy is over. Go home.
That's what Deadpool's gonna say in his new movie. I bet you.
Betcha. Oh no, I was saying that under the trivia, the phrase "crimson mist" can refer to the phenomenon of people having difficulty remembering their actions when in a state of rage.
No, I always remember what I do. Perfectly fine.
Oh, you don't want to know the things she's done. In this way, the title of the story gains a double meaning. It refers to Batman's hunger-induced madness as well as the red mist form he takes to infiltrate villainous strongholds. And then the other thing was penciler Kelly Jones dedicated this book to the late Christopher Lee, one of the most iconic actors to ever portray Dracula.
Ah, nice.
But yeah, I don't know if you read it recently, that Search for Ray Palmer issue. Like, there's like 3 different artists on it, but Kelly Jones is one of the artists on it.
Oh, neat.
Mm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like Ray Palmer. I don't like anybody with the first name Ray. That includes the Ray. That spells it R-A-Y, not R-E-Y. Don't worry about that.
Okay, I was gonna say he was about to be like,
What the F?
Yeah, no. Any comic book person with the name Ray, they all suck.
I was gonna say he's not even Ray. It's Ray.
Exactly. It's
So
not
really-
short for Raymond anyway. That's just like, ugh. I don't know. That's just one of those names I can't. It's bad memories. So let's get to our. Oh! 2 balls down the gob. Absolutely.
No,
Couple of balls down the gob.
a couple, not 2.
I'm American. Leave me alone.
What, you don't know the metric system?
Exactly.
All right, so yeah,
You know what book I am happy and I probably want to talk about first, right?
Batman Incorporated.
Yes.
Ooh, I thought so, but I was hesitant. I was like, it's Ghostmaker. Let me.
Yeah, it is, but maybe, just maybe, he will meet his maker. Hell,
Ooh, burn.
like, how you gonna name it Batman Incorporated and give it to Ghost? That doesn't make sense.
I know. There's
Something's going down.
the only Batman in this is what, Batman in Japan.
Yeah. This is a Trojan horse, my friend. I think a certain someone didn't want to write a Batman Incorporated book.
Wanted to write a Ghostmaker book.
Yeah, for whatever reason. I mean, we have been building up Ghostmaker, so
Hey, look, you got a little Hellfire to buy a Ghostmaker book.
I like everything but Ghostmaker. I'll put it to you that way.
I don't know. I think they're.
But I like Ed and John Timms. I thought they did a really great job.
Oh yeah, Ed Brisson's usually a good writer. Yeah.
And I think that the whole point of this book is going to be the new members that join. Like, probably every issue is going to be like that rotating cast, probably. And then they're also going to be having like new villains every single issue for a while too. So I mean, we haven't really had new villains and stuff in a while in the Batman's like rogues gallery. So like, I think that's what I'm excited most about.
Oh, well, I mean, do you think the whole thing with Ghostmaker is just like, for the people who are like, oh, hey, but what doesn't Batman kill? They give you a Batman who kills. And 2.
And it should be Jason if it's.
Yeah, true. Yes,
he
true.
earned it, but whatever.
I don't know. I think they're trying to pull that back a little bit,
Come on. That's what everybody loves about Jason.
I know.
They don't know what they're doing.
And then 2,
That's like taking Bucky's arm at this point. Like, come on, be for real.
And then for the people who are like, complaining about Batman, they're like, see, could be worse. Look at Ghostmaker, could be worse.
I still think that Deathstroke Incorporated is the superior book, but I really enjoy this team, so I'm willing to give it like 3 to 4 issues to see where it's gonna go.
Yeah, I did like the art. Yeah, the story was good. The art, yeah.
Like, these 2 are excellent, and we haven't seen them on the DC side in a while, so I was really excited to see them back on the DC team. So I hope it's going somewhere nice.
Whoa! I could just hear on the last page when the assassin jumps on Ghostmaker's back, or whatever, and you're just going, yes, drop him to the ground.
Exactly.
But
I thought it was gonna turn into the Deadpool strip club fight scene, but
what Stanley DJing?
somebody DJing.
Hey, what Bob Kane?
Exactly.
Excelsior!
Oh my god! But I mean, all right. So what did you think? I mean, I know there's been how many decades, but it's like we've done this story before where people are like killing off Batman's teachers.
Of course. Like we literally just did that in like the night or something, didn't we?
What?
Or like the great. It was some mystery story like less than 4 years ago. So.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, we did it on this show. Yeah, no, it was like a 3-parter. I think.
Yeah.
Was it? Did Byrne actually write that? Wait a minute. But yeah, no, someone was going after all the people who taught Batman.
Turns out it was Batman himself. The whole time. Nobody can. He was like, Oliver had it right. Nobody can know my secret. Wouldn't that be a plot twist of all plot twists?
Oh yeah, that was a John Burns. The one from 1989. Yeah, that was John Byrne.
Yeah. Burn. That's so weird. Like John Byrne, you don't think Byrne and Batman. You know what I mean? You think Byrne and Superman on the DC side.
Between it's like I usually associate with Batman, and there wasn't like naked She-Hulk in it, so I was like, wait, was that Byrne?
Not for me. It's Mary Jane, but
what? Hey,
redheads, babes, redheads.
Oh.
But no, yeah, like I said, I like the team. I really like the team, and I like the concept. I just don't like Ghostmaker, but you do. I mean, they built Ghostmaker up this whole time. I knew they were going to do something with him.
Yeah.
He's not as atrocious as, say, Jace.
Oh, really?
Jace is just a checkbox, if we're just going to be honest. It's so frustrating.
I told you, there are times where it's like I almost forget that book's around because no one's talking about it. And
nobody! Like, listen, TikTok loves Obscure, and nobody talks about that guy.
I think we're the only ones talking about I Am Batman.
And I want to love it because I love the writer. His Marvel stuff's so good.
Oh, yeah.
It's just such an eyebrow-raising thing at that point.
What did you see the ad in this issue for 6-issue GCPD, The Blue Wall by John Ridley?
Yes. And I'm looking forward to that, definitely. The political intrigue of it all, you just already know. So the political, I think that the it's gonna be political. If you aren't on board, probably don't buy that book, but I'm very much looking forward to his take on that.
Yeah, but I think you think they'll give him more leeway since it isn't like an actual Batman. It's just like more
peripheral. Yeah. And that's what people loved about GCP. Like, people love GCPD. Like, I don't know why they turned Gotham into the show that they turned into. I was rooting for Gordon. I was like, are you kidding me? Ben McKenzie is Gordon. Yes.
Well, one, they got afraid, and then two, the Penguin.
They had to bring the kid in.
The kid, the Penguin was stealing the show, so they're just like, oh, right.
Yeah, it's rough. Like, I was willing to go the distance. Like, they had freaking Sarah Essen. They brought in Renee Montoya. Fish Mooney killed it for me. Like, I did stop watching until she died. So, there were some issues, but Harvey.
Yes, Harvey Bullock, yes.
Shout out down to Loge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that book for sure.
Yes. I believe Charlie Esser said still his favorite Bullock.
I mean, not hard to do.
Well, I mean, we haven't really gotten a lot of live action.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
But yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, this was good.
So yeah, that's that for me. That was the best Bat book this week. Believe it or not.
Ooh. Even better than, say, Batman vs. Robin #2.
Yeah, I don't care about that book. I did pick it up, but I don't care about that book. I'm sorry.
Again, I just wonder. I mean,
poor Mark Waid. He just wants to do something fun and nice, and I'm just like, no, it's Damien. There's no good that can come of this.
I just wonder though if like.
And then he even threw Santana in, like he was personally writing it for me.
I just wonder if there were strings attached to this book though. It's like, okay, here, we need you to bring Alfred back. We need you to do whatever status quo they're going to give Damian. It's just like you have to accomplish these goals. But besides that, have fun.
Yeah, definitely. But I totally that was the only way they were gonna bring back Alfred, Magic or the Lazarus Pit, and they really haven't been trying to lean on the Lazarus Pit as much. So it was Magic, and it was fun that it was Santana.
Well, yeah, and two, it's like Damian was gonna do that in his book, and they're like, no, you can't throw him in the Lazarus Pit. So.
Exactly. And ever since that whole war and stuff, they've kind of we're like, okay, that's enough the Al Ghul family for a while.
Exactly. But I'm enjoying this. I know you're not, but yeah.
And they have Black Adam on the cover, and it's just that just literally when I picked it up, I was just like,
on the back.
The back and the front. My cover did.
Oh, you must have got a variant. Yeah, no, because it's Batman and Robin on the.
No, it just has the movie.
The word in the corner. Yeah.
It's like no.
They do that with remember they do that with every movie since I swear at least since New 52. I think even before that. I think since the Green Lantern.
No, but it wouldn't be on the actual cover. I'm okay with inside ads, but on the cover or they did it with Arrow too. So I get what you're saying, but it's just let me at least open the book for an ad. I'm paying you money, and you already have an ad in my face.
Yeah. And they're all
about something that I've been bitter about.
And they're all about selling people on variant covers and stuff. It's like
I fell for it for Harley Quinn, both of them, the hardcover and the regular issue. Just
do you think that on the front cover is getting any more people to go see that movie?
No, it's gonna piss people off like me. I'm paying for a book and there's already an ad in my face. Are you freaking kidding me?
If you're reading DC Comics, you probably already know a Black Adam movie's coming out, right?
I mean, those commercials are nonstop.
Yes, but I'm saying
shout out to all my friends that I hang out with who are too cheap to not have the non-ad tiers.
On what?
You know who you are.
Oh my! All you people with your commercial tiers.
You and your children. I don't care if your children have to eat. I have no time for commercials.
We're doing me now.
Yeah, that just. But no, it's an okay book, but it's Damian, and I don't care.
Yeah, and again, I just wonder.
I want them to have a loving relationship, and they're just not going to do that. They're just going to let Bruce continue to be a terrible father. Thomas would be so disappointed in him.
Why don't they just kill Damian off? It's like he needs I don't know why they've wiped this.
Age him up and get him out of here.
He needs a dead Robin on his tab, and how much more?
Listen, how come John gets to get aged up, the kid we care about? Meanwhile, Damian's been 13 for 20 years.
Yeah, but there's 20 Robins. They don't want him to they suddenly be older than Tim and.
Nobody even cares about continuity anymore. So who are we kidding here?
Yeah, hey, it's magic in this series. So who says he's not going to get aged?
Please, oh my God, I will send Mark Waid a fruit basket if he ages up Damian at the end of this.
Fruit, wine and cheese platter, whatever you want, sir.
Exactly.
You still enjoying Batman Urban Legends?
I am. It feels like it's been a minute. Did they miss a month or something? I feel like I just totally forgot about this book.
I don't think
when it showed up in my pile, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is still a thing."
I don't believe so, but did you see? I guess I believe it's ending.
Did we talk about it last month?
Well, you were MIA last month.
Remember? Oh, maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why. Yeah. But no, did you see that? I guess it's ending at 23 in January.
No, why? It's selling really good. Why?
I don't know.
What are they trying to replace it with? Do you know?
I don't know. Well, 20 Batman miniseries? I don't know.
I mean, Jim Zub did a story in this one too. Did you guys talk to him about that one?
What, in this issue?
Yeah.
Well, no, we talked to him before this issue came out. So.
Oh, did he mention it?
I'm trying to remember. He mentioned a few things, but no.
I don't think he mentioned it. That might be a little crazy.
The man has so many things going on. I mean, we talked about Thunderbolts. He's doing now the Rick and Morty stuff, and then. Did you see that Avengers Murder World miniseries?
Yeah.
That's him, yeah.
All right, that's fine.
You
But
might
like,
like
this is an $8 book that sells consistent, so this is insane. And this has been such a great proving ground for new talent as well. I'm just so confused. DC just loves to shoot themselves in the foot.
Do you think
that's what it is?
Do you think maybe just the logistics of putting out a book like this every month is hard though too?
Oh, they're lazy.
Well, no, just getting multiple writers to get you.
I think
stories
that's the
every month.
easy part because, like, literally, you get thousands of submissions
Oh,
and
yeah.
pitches,
Yeah.
and literally, you can just use them and throw them in an anthology. I think this is the easiest thing they can do, and plus, it has Batman's name on it. All the nerds are gonna buy it. Plus, it's proven itself to be great. You know.
Oh yeah.
It hasn't been a single flop in 20 issues. That's crazy. You can't say that about any of the main seven books. You can't say that. There's been stretches of like actual like 6-issue arcs where I'm just like, okay, and the point of that was
Well, I guess you're right. DC likes to shoot themselves in the foot.
they do. It's very frustrating as a fan. Well, up in the chat for Batman Urban Legends, guys.
Well, I believe they said that they're gonna the last issue. There's gonna be like some big Nightwing story. So
Don't get excited, Phil. They're not getting married.
Of course not. They're only gonna do that in his own book, Kale.
Oh, my little.
Oh my
baby
God!
still
Can you
has
imagine?
hope.
DC? No. DC. You could. You could.
You can get another wedding album out of us.
A wedding album, and then leading up to the wedding, you could do some big story that crosses over.
The bachelor party, the bachelorette party. Those are the crossover stories.
And they could cross over between the Nightwing book and the Batgirls book. I mean, what kind of numbers is the Batgirls book doing? Because I know Nightwing's doing good. So I mean,
It's not doing good.
DC, you may sell some units on that Batgirl book.
They don't care about the Phil. They don't care about women.
I don't get that. If you're running a business like this, you should be trying to bring however many people you can to the table.
Until we get rid of the boys club mentality, until every like place of power stops looking like the Congress, old white men, we're gonna have this. Nobody likes it but us.
I just don't get it. I thought those old men,
and especially with the new management. So get used to it.
I guess, but I don't get when you're a business owner being racist and sexist. It's like, don't you love money?
You know, sadly, I think racists love being racist more than they love money.
And again, back
because a lot of them come for money, so they don't need to worry about it.
But like, just like with that movie, just like with the Batgirls comic, I'm like, it's tied into Batman. You could put some work in. You could make that another bestseller. I mean, look what Tom Taylor's doing on Nightwing.
I just miss Gail Simone. That's all.
True.
I miss actual Birds of Prey book. You know, I don't know why they make the decisions they make. Like, I love Stephanie. Y'all know this. I do. I love all my Bat characters, but.
Well, do you think too? Are they banking on instead of the name Birds of Prey, you put Bat in the title?
Well, because Harley Quinn movie ruined it.
No, true. That too.
So that's probably another reason.
True. Oh my God! But what did you think about that cliffhanger last page at the end of Urban Legends?
I didn't think it was much of a cliffhanger. Come on, be real.
Well, yeah, it's not gonna last, but yeah,
It was cute though. I think it was cute to me.
Yeah.
So.
All right, we already mentioned it, but yeah, the only other Bat book I have is Batgirls 11.
Tell me about it.
Oh, you didn't read it?
No.
I
bought DC Tears Through Time #1 instead.
Well, I got that too. So yes, listen to Capes and Lunatics episode 283 when Lilith and I talked to Mr. Charles.
Oh, I lied. I got the Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries #1.
Of course you did.
Listen, y'all sleeping on it. I love this team up book. It's cute.
But no, this one was cute too, but it had guest stars from Gotham Academy, which they're so trying to make that a thing because
yeah,
I think they had this little girl in the backup with Batman. Was that in Detective or one of?
Okay, listen. I know your story is cool and all, but Batman and Scooby Doo has League of Assassins and Ra's al Ghul in it. They're building a mystery, baby.
Ruh-roh.
It was a really, really good book. Like, really good. Because, like, this book, I don't even know why they canceled it the first time. Like, it did so good, like, literally people were petitioning for it to come back. So, that's why it's back. I'm just saying, everybody's always sleeping on the Hanna-Barbera crossovers with the DC characters. They're good, man.
I'll have to remember to tell Justin there is a quick appearance by Killer Moth in Batgirls 11.
Oh yeah, is it?
But
What
but
could have been?
but no, I guess the big mastermind Lilith. The Batgirls are about to face a rogue who hasn't made an appearance in a very long time. The Riddler.
Oh, that was sarcasm. Okay.
Did you forget that in your time away? Yeah, sarcasm.
Yikes! I'm sick of the Riddler.
I know. Every I know.
Free Phil.
I you know what I was thinking because I was re-listening to some of our episodes on the way home, and I was just like, why am I calling it Cell Block D? It should be Cell Block E. Everyone in that cell is Esser.
Oh.
Two E's in the middle for maximum security.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what the Batgirls again. I swear they're trying to push the Gotham Academy, and
Oh, Gotham Academy is terrible.
I mean, I never really read the
The
Academy.
original book was good, but like,
But every time like one of their characters like shows up in another Bat book, I'm just like, I'm like, I don't care. I'm sorry, but I'm glad this little girl's precocious and everything. But I'm just like, ooh, she can read a map. I'm s- I'm sorry. Why did I get Dora the Explorer in my Batman comic?
backpack.
Seriously, that's her. Her name is like Maps or
Well,
something.
I think that they were trying to compete with
Avengers.
Dinosaur Girl.
Oh, Moon Girl. Okay.
Yeah, Moon Girl and yeah.
Devil Dinosaur. Yeah. I mean, I get trying to bring in the kids and stuff, but
Like I said, the book itself was cute, but it doesn't have crossover appeal.
yeah, because I mean, you probably can't get as gritty as like a regular Bat book.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like I said, there was a backup with her and Batman. I forget if it was a detective or something. So, I mean, at least with the Batgirls, that's a little closer to their brand, I guess.
Yeah.
Because the little girl was like basically teamed up with Cass.
Oh, poor Cass.
Because they were all at the zoo.
It was actually a really light DC week. Surprised. I'm surprised they weren't pumping out more Halloween books.
Well,
but they kind of blew their load when they decided to do the vampire story.
Yeah.
So
well, again, too, they did put out a lot of big books this week: Urban Legends, Terrors Through Time. I mean, yeah. Well, that other that Sergeant Rock Halloween special, was that oversized too?
A little bit, yeah.
So maybe they're pulling back a little bit just because they're putting out oversized Halloween, Halloween issues. Yeah.
Their holiday issues are some of the best stuff they put out, though. I really look forward to them. So.
But yes, kids, go buy DC's Terrors Through Time and then join us as we talk to Charles Skaggs on Capes and Lunatics episode 283.
Yeah. And shout out to Future State Gotham number 18. Still remains on my do not buy list. Under no circumstance should you ever pick this book up.
Isn't that the last issue? I swear they announced this last issue. How long ago?
I hope it's the last issue. Yeah, it is the final issue.
Boy, they milked that for all it's worth, I guess.
Yeah.
That's another book. I mean, after we stopped talking about it, I never heard crap about it. And again, it's in a dead continuity.
Welcome to DC. Everything's a dead continuity.
Ooh, burn.
Don't fight with me. Fight with your mama. It is what it is at this point.
Save the drama for your mama.
Oh wait, he doesn't have one.
Oh, I guess she means Batman because I do.
Yeah, of course. Your mother's lovely. She raised you well, unlike Alfred, who did a terrible job.
My mother raised me well to tell proper dick jokes on the internet.
Exactly.
Oh, well, that escalated quickly.
Well,
On that note,
what did your mother teach you, love?
cock-a-doodle-doo.
just say no to drugs.
Oh my God! The smoke,
Meanwhile, I don't take aspirin, but I'll smoke a doobie.
the smoke queen of Florida. She looks like freaking Mysterio with all the smoke.
Fishbowl.
She wearing a spit.
You know what? Next year I might do a Mysterio costume, cape and all.
Oh yes, smoking. Oh yes.
On Salty and Petty, of course.
Oh no. Oh my God! Just with the fishbowl over your head. Well, yes, it is Mysterio. All right, so. All right, kids. Yes, next week, like I was telling you while Lilith was going to the bathroom, the 100th episode of We Are the Night.
Break out your confetti, boys. This was the penultimate episode.
Me, Lilith, and Justin will be covering Arkham Asylum, a serious house on serious Earth.
Talk about cock-a-doodle-doo crazy.
Oh my! The kind of crazy Lilith's here for.
Exactly.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
The only crazy I tolerate.
In short intervals, then it must leave. You must go now. Like those Japanese people told Jerry when they were trying to sell the pilot. You must go now.
Did he steal our oranges?
Why did he bring oranges? Sunshine carpet cleaners. So yes, like I said, it's very apropos that Justin will be here because yes, going forward, the last week of every month, Justin will be here to cover.
He signed up for the crazy.
Nightfall and then Azrael. So
doing the Lord's work, to be honest.
Everything Lilith Hellfire doesn't want to do, which ain't much. And then episode 101, we'll be doing Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 127 through 131. If I remember correctly, that was the Green Arrow team up, perhaps?
Okay. I'll allow it.
Okay. All right, so. Oh, we got a lot more coming. Oh, I told you.
I need that as a drop, please.
Is that all you think about, you pervert?
Of course.
I told you. I heard your pleas, Lilith Hellfire. At Christmas time, we're going to be doing Robin 2, The Joker's Wild, and Christmas with the Joker as separate episodes. So
nice.
So yeah, last week of every month, Justin will be here. So I think Christmas with the Joker will be Lilith's last episode of the year, and then Justin and I will be doing some Nightfall to close out.
Get it? Nightfall, end of the year. Get it?
And you can too. I don't. All right. So yes, kids, send your thoughts. Email us again, especially for Arkham Asylum. Again, I'll have both my man hunters with me. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find We Are the Night, the Batman podcast. And soon there will be one more of us, Ray.
We are Legion.
We're Bat Army. We are Bat Family. On Facebook, on Twitter. Find links to all the various social medias for all the we got DC and Marvel shows we do, and Salty and Petty. So stay tuned for all these social media for updates on that. Salty and Petty already has their own social media on Facebook and Twitter, so go join, kids. So you know what Tom, because we're gonna be our asses are gonna be random, so just follow Salty and Petty. Oh my gosh, put that commercial on every show. Our random asses are just gonna talk about whatever, so follow Salty and Petty on Facebook and Twitter. So
do you have ADHD?
No.
This is a podcast for you.
Oh God. Are you sitting in a corner? Yes.
Do straight jackets feel too loose for you?
Tighten it up, kids. All right. So yes, the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everything we do gets a video, including the aforementioned Salty and Petty. And We Are the Night episode.
It might be too hot for YouTube. We'll see.
Oh my! Oh my! Oh please, that's gonna get us clicks and views. Love Hellfire. Come on. All right. So yes, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Smash that subscribe button, please.
Smash it.
And most importantly, yes, the Patreon. Again, we're doing
Cash App.
We're doing this, well, yeah, if you just want to make it rain on Love Hellfire, yes, the Cash App link is in all the show notes, YouTube, the regular podcast. So
if you have a podcast and you want us to plug it, Cash App us.
Make it rain.
You want to drop? Cash up us.
Oh, we should be like going forward. Any plugs you gotta pay for? It's just like, oh god. Like that show Ray does. Into the podcast. We're trapped. Podcast. But yes, Patreon. Again, we're doing this for ourselves. Every little bit helps, but $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
Did you get my message? We scheduled the next episode, Lilith Hellfire.
Oh, we did?
Well, today I talked to Mr. Chichester, and yes.
Okay, cool beans.
I messaged you on Facebook Messenger.
Well, that's what you get.
Supposed to still been in her coffin, kid. But it's on the calendar too. All right. Yes, Chichester chats, and of course, everyone's favorite worst superhero movie of all time. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time. The penultimate episode, Take a Drink, Future Lilith, will be Spawn vs. Meteor Man, and then in November we will take the 3 finalists, and pick a winner of worst
wiener. A wiener.
It's like a Saturday at Lil's house. We're gonna pick a wiener
and roast it on an open fire.
Oh. There's your grave, kid. All right, and if that's not enough, pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. All right, that undead creature, that creature of darkness, Lilith Hellfire. Where can people get a hold of you if they dare?
If you want to learn what the best blackout curtains are, feel free to follow me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, and of course on TikTok, making all the comments and none of the content at Lilith Hellfire 69. And remember, kids, Instagram is dead. Please do not follow me there because I am not home.
Trying to donkey punch me now, bitch.
Save that for Salty and Patty. That's a little coarse. Coarse.
I'm sorry. Your refined taste.
Come on, get your head out of your butt, buddy.
I don't want to offend the woman who said,
"Holds me down."
Was I talking about Chris Evans? I feel like I might have been talking about Chris Evans.
I don't want to insult the woman who said.
Is that a sentient tongue?
What? Inquiry minds wanted to know.
Oh no, I know. Yes, the refined palate of the woman who said
superior puss.
That is an epic drop, and you know it.
I know it is, but don't act like you're Ann Landers.
Screw Ann Landers.
Oh, Ann Landers sucks.
Boom, 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 boom. God on a high note. Good night, everybody.
Oh, and R.I.P. Angela Lansbury, the first detective in Lil's life.
A tale as old as time. A white woman solving crime.
Oh God. Oh, what a mess. Thank you for joining us. And again, if you thought this was wow, next episode we add Justin to the mix. So
come on, everybody, say it with me. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Thank you for joining us. All right. Like I said, next time it'll be our big episode 100, Arkham Asylum, a serious house on serious earth. So you know which rogues are going to show up. All of them at that point. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, that is right, kids. It's going to drop on Halloween, October 31st. So look, see what treat. Is it a trick or a treat? You're going to get Lil, Justin, and myself.
It's subjective. We'll let the audience decide.
We're going to be better. We're going to be better than those full-size Snickers, kids. All right. Come back next time. Remember, join us same bat time.
Same bat channel.
We are the night.
The Batman Podcast. And remember, kids, vengeance is back from vacation.
don't know if you mean you or Batman. Either way, you're on bloodsuckers. And good night.